Hey everyone, welcome back to Live Little. This is the first week of my 5 weeks of Christmas little mini series. So I'm going to show you how to make this cute ornament. So to start, we're going to be cutting out some 3.5 inch diameter circles out of this embellished dimensional embroidery foam. So we're actually taking this recycled tote bag, infusing the back with fusible dissolvable tearaway, and you're going to go ahead and hoop that. And we are going to start embroidering our truck design, and I'm using Embellish Rinse Away Clear Topper. This will help elevate your stitches and make everything look really nice and professional looking. And any imperfections that happen to be in this recycled tote that I'm using will not show through because of this topper. So I'm actually using Embellish's metallic threads. I love these threads. This is my first time testing them out, and I think they're gonna look super pretty in this kind of holiday inspired ornament. It's a little vintage truck from the Designs by Hope Yoder Morning Perks CD. So I am just gonna let that run and finish stitching out. Once it's done stitching out, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my design. Now I actually lost the footage of me doing the truck portion, so this is the design you'll see later on in the month. But I am just using this for demonstration purposes today, and I am just cutting it out, and I should have left a little bit more room on the sides and the top, but it's going to work. It'll be fine. Just when you're cutting it, just be conscious to leave about 2.5 to 3 inches on all sides so you have some extra room. So I'm going to go ahead and take my little 3-inch hoops and just kind of visually eyeball that, center it, make sure everything looks good, and go ahead and take apart your hoop. Now on the inside of the hoop, I am using this R&K Stitch Perfection tape, which is a double-sided tape, but it's really nice how it applies because you apply it from the paper side, so the sticky side will stick to your surface, and you press it down the paper side with your thumbs, and you're going to go ahead and remove the paper, and that's going to reveal the other side of the tape. So I love using this. This is going to kind of help hold our fabric in place here. And I am using my handy dandy Embellish vinyl weeding tool just to kind of help me lift up that paper because it's kind of tiny and my nails are really long and I can't really get in that little crack, so I'm just using the fine point on this weeding tool to kind of help me start that. And you're going to peel off the paper and set your hoop aside, and I am just capping that and putting it away. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to the back, and I found that it's helpful if you kind of go ahead and stick your excess fabric to that tape before hooping it in, just so it doesn't shift. Just make sure you're folding the fabric down and you're pressing as you go to fit that, and you can see it's centered. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I didn't show it here, but you can actually go ahead and loosen that little metal screw on the top to make it easier, and then tighten it once it's in there. So once it's hooped, it's gonna look a little something like this, but we still need to clean up the back a little bit. I'm not a big fan of that excess fabric hanging off. It doesn't look very cute. So now, if you remember, we put that tape on the inside as well, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the paper again, and I'm just using my weeding tool to get in there, and I'm going to go ahead and fold down the fabric again like I showed before, just so it's all secured in there and kind of tucked away so you can't see it. So if you guys remember in the beginning of the video, I cut out some 3.5 inch circles out of embroidery dimensional foam. So I'm going to go ahead and take my glue gun. I'm going to outline the outer rim of it with hot glue. Make sure you're working quickly because hot glue does dry kind of fast, and please use caution when using hot glue. You don't want to burn yourself. So I'm outlining the outer edge, and I'm going to go ahead and set that on the back of my hoop. Just rest it gently. You're going to want to make sure whatever size hoop you're using, like this is a 3-inch hoop, cut out your circle about a 1/2 inch larger. This is a 3.5 inch piece of foam, and that'll just ensure that it's going to sit on top. And a little tip, if you don't want to glue your fingers down, just go ahead and flip your ornament over and press on it from the front side to kind of get that glue to stick on. And last but not least, we have to hang this ornament. So I'm just taking some cute little polka dot ribbon that I found lying around, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut that, and I'm gonna cut it on an angle because that's what my mom always taught me to do when playing with ribbon. So I'm cutting it on an angle so it doesn't fray, and I'm gonna go ahead and slip it through that little loop. And if the loop is too small, like you can't see it, you can go ahead and loosen your hoop a little bit. But I'm just making a cute little knot. You could tie it in a bow or do whatever you want to do here. You could use some suede cord or some embroidery floss or whatever you want to do. Twine would be cute. I'm using ribbon because I had it on hand, and I'm going to go ahead and tie a little knot, and there you go. We have the finished ornament. Now this is perfect for a Christmas tree, or you can even use this as a kind of gift tag on a package as a little gift to go with your gift. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to join me for next week as we're going to continue week 2 of the 5 weeks of Christmas.